excited grabbing this thing. I got a sweet deal on it too. This is a beastly chainsaw, 89 cc's from 1958. This is the Pioneer 400 chainsaw. Pretty cool, Canadian made. Still has the original pull cord on it, which is pretty bizarre. I was so pumped I got this thing for a deal as well. He said it just got too heavy for him and it was too much of a pain to lug around. And I believe him, this thing's gotta be pushing 30 pounds wet. Very heavy. Anyway, when I picked it up, I didn't even really look at it. I just grabbed it. I wanted it so bad and stuck it in my truck. Got it home and checked. There was bar oil in it and there was fuel in it. It didn't start. I gave it a few pulls, pulled the choke, gave it a few pulls, nothing. And then I just started sniffing around. I first checked for spark and I got spark. Next was onto fuel. I opened the fuel tank up and gave a sniff and it kind of smelled stinky like old fuel. I dumped that out and put some new fuel in. I believe it's 16:1 mix ratio, and that's what I did, and dumped it in and it started right up. What's really cool about this thing is it hasn't just been sitting around for years. I guess it's been sitting around for however long it takes for gas to go bad, but this guy's been using it and there's signs of it too. Oil's still on the bar. He used this recently for sure because there's sawdust all over it and like still in the chain. So this is not like an old garage find that's sitting there rusting for 20 or 30 years. This has had active duty for 62 years or close to it anyway. I'm not sure if these cork gaskets are original or not, if this is what these guys look like 62 years ago. Let me know in the comments. I don't know if you can see that. This is the off and on switch. Again, all the buttons and everything's intact. It's 100% as it was 62 years ago. There's a choke. This is your excuse me. This is your manual bar oil. So you just pump that and oil comes squirting out, and that works as well. I tested it. This is your idle adjustment here. And it's got an F and an S there. And this is your mixture. And this is low. And this says high. And it says rich here with an arrow pointing. I don't know if you can see that. But you know what? All the paint's on it still. It's crazy. I love this thing, man. I was excited to grab this. What you would put your boot on to pull start this thing. And again, this is 89 cc's. It's a hog. Interesting details like this is kind of cool. I don't know why that would be there. This one has the optional 20-inch bar on it. I believe they came with a 16-inch as well. This is a Pioneer bar, which is cool. I don't know how old this bar is. Anyway, it's in pretty good shape too. This doesn't have a guard on it. Obviously, it's from 1958 or 59. Yeah, it discontinued in 59. So it didn't have a guard. It weighs a ton. It's, like I said, it's got to be pushing 30 pounds wet. Anyway, I'm going to start this thing up and we'll see if it cuts wood. All right, here we go. Choke on. On. All right, guys, I just got this 4-inch piece I'm gonna cut just for testing purposes. The chain seems pretty sharp. It's a bit loose, but I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm just gonna give it a test shot here and see how it does. Well, it definitely could use a tune-up, and yeah, definitely needs a tune-up. I just gotta play with it a little bit, but yeah, pretty cool. So definitely a cool saw. I gotta play with it a bit and just make a few adjustments, and it should be running like a top. Pretty impressive, really. I like it. It's heavy, but it's cool. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone.